No, what I like about you, man, you're 21 years old in the game early, looking great. Obviously, you're making a few mistakes, but you haven't even peaked, bro. Believe it or not. I don't know. So you're going to make mistakes. I told Shawn this last week. I said, yeah, he looks great, but he still has a lot of stuff he got to work on. 27, 26, 28, Schofield's going to be a problem. But you already got the attention of the top guys, and everybody mentioned your name already. So you're doing something right.
I don't know why, bro. It's because I be calling them out, and I don't know if they take it as disrespect or whatnot, which you shouldn't take it as disrespect. You know, we fighters, we supposed to take the challenges. But it's like everybody gets so tenderhearted, and I'm like, bro, I just want to get the fans what they want to see. Fans want to see fights. They don't want to see us playing tag and tickling each other in the ring, you know?
Yeah, people just want to fight on Twitter these days. Nobody want to fight.
And they undefeated on Twitter, I'll tell you that one.
Let me tell y'all, Shakur came at us first. I don't be jumping out there. Shakur directly messaged us.
He jumped in my DM.
So how you gotta fuck us up because we moving up in the ranks. So we was like, all right, let's fight then. So then he told us fight Zepeda. We agreed to fight Zepeda to fight him. Then he come up with fight Mason Zepeda, all this bullshit. Then he turned around and go to try to fight Zepeda. It's like, yo, you gave us your word. I even got the messages I can show y'all. He gave us his word. So when we come out like that way, it's because, yo, him and Shakur would take pictures with him in the amateurs all the time. They had a friendship. Every time Shakur needed help, Shakur would call him. He'll go there, help Shakur and spar and get ready for his fights. So it's like, yo, for Shakur to go behind us like that, it's like, yo, Shakur was saying he couldn't get a fight. So he wanted to help his friend.
That's all it was.
And
like,
said,
let's
yo,
get
I'll
this
fight you so you can show your greatness. He came in to suck my dick and all this other crazy shit. It's just like, yo, I don't understand this era of boxers. I thought the best was supposed to fight the best and the young learn from the old. You know, it's just weird now and everybody's soft.
And you guys are you guys from the same area, right?
Well, like in Jersey?
Yeah.
He grew up in New Jersey. He's from Jersey. He was born in Jersey City.
Oh, okay.
But he grew up in Georgia. He didn't grow up around
Atlanta.
Okay. Well, I guess it's one of those things like I was always told. They want to help you when you're coming up, but when you get up, they don't want to help you. They want to shit on you, put you down.
But it's just like, it's boxing, you know, like it's all about taking risks. You know, I feel like fighters, it's just a spirit of loss. And like, who cares about a loss? It's about giving the fans what they want to see and providing for your family. You know, all this cherry picking it's cool and all, you know, if you want to get out the ring safe but I love fighting.
It seemed pretty real, but how real is it? And also how realistic, Dad, like this is a question for both of y'all. For you, Kid Austin, how serious are you about taking on somebody like Shakur Stevenson or somebody at that level this soon in the game? And then Dad, like from a business standpoint, do you think it makes sense right now? And how realistic do you think a fight like that is for Kid Austin?
It's up to you.
I'll go first. It's just like, I just love fighting. I like challenges. I love challenging myself. And don't get me wrong, no disrespect to none of the fighters I'm fighting now. They good and all, they cool and all, but it's like, I'm not challenging myself. I'm not having to bring the best out of me, you know. I mean, I've been cut twice, you know, as a 21-year-old. I continue fighting. I don't let blood faze me. And I just feel like boxing, it's not dying, but it's like fans want to see fights, you know. They want to see the Shakur versus Tank, Devin versus Shakur, all those fights. And I feel like I'm a throwback fighter, so I'm going to give them what they paid for.
Like Shawn was.
Yeah, so I just love fighting, man. See, I'm ready to fight now.
For me,
I told you last week.
For me, I know he'll beat Shakur. Easy. Shakur know he'll beat Shakur.
And wait, that's a good point. That's a good point. And I'm not just talking out my behind because it's like I've sparred with him, you know, as a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, and I've held my own. I know what I got. So it's not. So right now I'm in the point where I'm not really saying their names no more because I know we're in the same division and it's only a matter of time before we run into each other. So I'm going to have to, you know, do what I said I was going to do.
And from the business side, after Frank Martin lose, he's number 2 in the WBA. We got to fight for a title. It ain't like we just throwing it out there. We earned it.
Coach, you can't say that.
Huh?
You can't say that. After Frank lose.
Either Frank Martin or Tank, one of them going to lose and we're going to be number 2 in the WBA. And so we got to fight either Lomachenko, Frank Martin don't want to fight us already. He already said that. Shakur running. Devin hauled ass almost 2 divisions up after we whipped his ass. I mean, like, we've been in the ring with these people. It ain't like it's fake. They know who we are. I always said he's the greatest boxer of all time. None of these champions came out and said no. I always said he beat these champions up when he sparred them. None of them came out and said he's lying.
See? Now, here we go. You told people you beat me up?
No, listen, hold on.
I'm gonna get y'all off this podcast right goddamn now.
Let me know when you need some more sparring, because don't get me wrong, I think you did 3 or 4 rounds. I think it was 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It wasn't no more than that. I ain't gonna lie.
Shawn kicked your ass?
No, he didn't. No.
Shawn kicked your ass. You out of breath. I'm keeping it.
No, I was out of breath. We was at the top of the mountain. I was supposed to be out of breath.
That's why we took you up there.
But it's like, I'm like, man, bro.
Shawn man,
bro. Yeah, he Shawn.
Not the man I used to be. I can't get down like that no more.
You the only fighter that ever manhandled me in the ring.
And that's why he manhandled them now. Because
Yeah.
you taught them how to throw that body on them, make them tired, just offer certain things. So he learned a lot from that little bit.
I'm gonna get back though. Just let me know when you're not retired anymore.
I'm all the way retired, but let's do this just so that everybody like that sees this understands like how serious y'all are, because you're gonna get a lot of people. He 21, he can't get down with Shakur. We're both on record for saying we think it's a little too soon for Shakur. What is it about Kid Austin? What do you have going to the ring that this is who we are, this is what we gonna use to beat Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin, some of those big names out there? Like, why is he the guy?
Real fast, who did Shakur fight? What made Shakur the guy?
For me personally,
we gotta be honest. What made Shakur the guy? The guy who got the championship from, a C-level fighter?
I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer this, and I'm gonna answer it as a fighter. Kid Austin right now, I'm on record for saying this. He's doing to his opponents what he's supposed to do to them right now. Those guys ain't supposed to stand up against him. They're not supposed to, but he's going to get to a point where somebody's supposed to stand up, and we'll see what happens. But at this point in time, again, there's a lot of people on here saying he only 21. Who has he fought? We don't know until you get there. And so when you look at somebody like Shakur, you're right. He really ain't fought the biggest or the toughest names out there. However, I personally think that his skill, who he is as a fighter, it don't matter who's in front of him. He going to do what he do.
Now, after his nose break, do you think he's mentally strong enough to stay in it? You see him break down against shoulder shots. Do you think after we break his jaw or his nose, he's gonna take it?
I mean, he couldn't fight with an injured left hand. I mean, his coach was telling him to throw it. I mean, I'm out here, getting cuts over my eyes, getting cut, and still getting hit in those cuts. I ain't even complaining. Go back to the corner, come out. I'm ready to do what I gotta do. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm just gonna win off a straight grit. Like I said, you said I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing to these opponents. I agree. But it's like, it's not about that. It's about the step up. It's about me challenging myself. I don't care what everybody else thinks. I already know I get those comments. He not ready. He too young. But it's like, it's not about that. It's about, I want to be the greatest boxer of all time. I can't be calling myself that if I'm fighting these level of fighters I'm fighting now.
Let me ask you this. When you look at other fighters and you see what they've gone through in their careers and stuff like that, at this point in your career, do you personally think there's a specific experience you need to have before you get in the ring with some of these big names, or you just ready for it?
No. When did Shakur call for his title on his 15th fight, right?
Yeah.
They're about the same thing. He got 16. It's about normal. Why would we call out Shakur? And Shakur did the same exact thing. It's, oh my God, Kid Austin, is he too young? Shakur did the same shit. And if everybody felt that way, Ali never would have proved he was great. I know what I've seen, and I'm going to protect my son. I know Shakur won't last past 4 rounds. Shakur don't like getting hit. I seen it. Shakur ain't going to take the...
I love getting hit. Now, I'm going to stop jumping in, though, but I love getting hit.
No, you good to jump in. That's cool.
And
the only one I would say I would make him wait for is Tank. But if Tank came, we're going to fight. But Tank is the only one, because Tank got that real power. Shakur don't got threatening power. He got 10 knockouts. He's a step up for us. That's not a danger for us. Devin Haney too big right now. He grew. So all of them would be dangerous. Shakur's the easiest step. truthfully.
The only side I'm looking at it, coach, and I know your son. He don't give a damn about this, but I'm looking at the business side of it, costing you $3 or $4 million. That's the part I'm looking at. This is a mega fight in 3 or 4 years.
Well, maybe Shawn could guide me because I never went through this process of step.
I was gonna say 1 or 2 years. This could be a mega fight because your son's doing everything he needs to do when he gets on the platform, and that's what he's supposed to do. My thing. So I asked that question to answer it for myself. One thing that would concern me: you get in the ring with a fighter that's making you think a little bit more than you're used to, and the clock is ticking. When it comes to a 12-round fight, we know that the 12-round pace is a little bit different from the 4 to 6 to 8 round pace. You know what I mean? So we never really changed my pace, but you see us, we was training in the mountains, we was running in the desert in the 100-degree weather with the gloves on, you know what I mean? Like, we built ourselves up. How do you know he's built and ready for that? That's kind of what my question is.
Because since he was little, we trained 3 times a day. He been homeschooled, standing in front of boxing since 8. He literally trained 3 times a day, recover two times a week. We have a system. We've been doing this. We train harder than these dudes in their camps. And I'm talking serious. That's why we went to everybody camp, so we could know exactly who's doing what, how they doing what. It's strategic. Since he was young, I was planning for these moments. I was designing him to be a weapon in boxing. He know every style of boxing, all 5 styles in both stances. He know all the defenses. Why he going in there giving these guys a chance is because he want to play like a cat play with his food. Shakur landed 1 punch in 4 rounds.
Which was a good body shot. It's on record. Good body shot.
That can get buckled and get all nervous, break his hand trying to get this guy off. I seen this with my own eyes. And they can't lie and say I didn't.
And the bad part, we say release the footage all the time.
All of them got footage. We not bluffing.
You don't got footage of me, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
I wouldn't show that.
Look, he looked at him like, well, do we got that still?
Who's a few people you guys been in camp with? So they can put some respect on your name. Like, you've been up in there with the names.
Oh, yeah, I've been Shawn. I've been, Robert Easter, Adrian Broner,
Tank twice.
Shakur, Devin, Jojo
Diaz, getting him ready for his fight. So we got all these champions ready for their fights. It ain't like we wasn't their sparring partners. We was in there sparring with them, working. And he's a kid. He didn't have one pro fight yet. These champions designed him.
The bad part, they called me.
Yeah.
Right.
I was a nobody. They called me. So, I mean,
they know what's
and like
up.
I said, sparring is sparring. Maybe they was having a bad day.
We've been in there with Mason. Mason not no threat for us. I was asking him not to hit Mason so hard.
I beat his brother.
He beat his brother up.
I love his dad.
So these dudes not threats for us. All of that is acts. It's a different when you got a kid that was designed to fight. Every day fighting. I used to have him as a kid sparring without a headgear. He was trained to be a pro fighter, not an amateur fighter. From a kid. So I want to put him up against the best so then we could see what he got. How do I know what I got to correct? Or what he might have to correct if we're not in the ring while he's young. We want to do it before the frontal cortex is developed, before the power is in both hands like a grown man. We want to learn this now. But these dudes are scared. I'm trying to give them a chance.